What's happening? Another impromptu stream. These streams are getting out of control. Just way too much streaming. Ugh. What's up, everybody? Just chilling at the lake. Got away for a bit. Took the rest of the week off. I'm gonna spend until the end of the weekend up here. Just how's the connection? I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. It looks like I went out for a little bit. What's up, Danny? Good to see you. Paige. Jojo. George 0. Yeah, buddy. What's up, Shao? David. It is beautiful. What's up, Duncan? Watching European 9-ball champ. Don't even know what that is, man. I have no clue. Haven't watched TV or much sports lately. Phil Stevens. I was going to say sneaking in a day off. A couple of days. A couple of days, actually. Why not, right? We all deserve a couple of days off. Nice weather and view there. It is. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. The weather couldn't have been any better. I couldn't have asked for better weather. It's absolutely nice. Like, the clouds are nice. You know, it's not. I can see the blue sky, the sun. The water's not bad too, right? Water's nice and chill. It's very comfortable. I can get in it, no problem. It's very comfortable. It's about, I'd say, a nice 25. It's not overbearing. It's not too humid. So I'll spend a little bit of time in the water, spend a little bit of time barbecuing. Got some bocce balls up here. Got a lot of ice cream shops. Do some fishing maybe. Have, you know, in the evening we like to do campfires and roast s'mores and stuff. Well, I don't roast s'mores. I watch the kids and just kind of stare into the fire. It's like looking into the abyss. And that sort of thing. Stay up late at night, watch YouTube or read books. I brought Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. I've got somebody here, but since I'm on a cell phone, right, I don't really stream from a cell phone. I can't tell who it is, and I don't know how to add them in. So give me a moment. Let me figure this out. Okay. Here we go. Damn. Here we go. Are you there? Okay. Took me a while to figure out, but we got you. Good to see you, man.
Yeah. I've just finished having my dinner.
Okay. Right. I didn't know if you were awake or like I didn't see you around for the last little bit in the chat. So it's like I'll drop the link and see what if somebody decides to come on. But what are you up to? How are you?
Oh, I've just had my dinner, so I feel a little bit stuffed, and I feel a bit. I've got you in the fridge at the minute. All right. I'm just a bit stuffed, and
Am I with the mayonnaise?
Yeah, dangerously close to the coleslaw. Give us a second. Hold on.
That's all right. I don't mind coleslaw as long as it's not too greasy, right?
That's the coleslaw.
My mom makes a great coleslaw with oil and vinegar. I'm not sure I like the Kentucky Fried Chicken coleslaw where it's very goopy. I think they actually use like a sauce inside of it.
Yuck.
Dude, what is that?
Coleslaw. That is a lemon. I found one lurking in my fridge. I can't believe it.
Fucking hell! Look at that. That's
Who
a
would have
great
thunk it?
lemon. That's a beautiful looking lemon. What else do you have in? I see a cucumber. Was Jeremy Fragrance over or something?
No, he wasn't over.
Jeremy
No,
left some cucumbers.
there is. It's a bit of a pickle. It's a bit of a pickle more than a. Yes, I've had me tea. Cheers. Tim, you've got to watch. Give us a second. I'm going upstairs before my mum says something outrageous.
Say something outrageous.
My mum just asking us about having dinner, which I have, and now I'm flying upstairs. That horrible lemon is staring us down. The bad lemon. How's your StreamYard usage going? Are you going to have to resubscribe?
Yeah, after this stream, I'll have to go out and get a membership again, which I'll probably do. But they sent me a warning yesterday saying you're like in the 10th percentile. Your streaming is off the charts, so your 20 free hours for the month are over, and you're gonna have to get a membership if you want to continue. But I'm surprised they let me on now. That's cool.
That's cool. As long as they don't try and charge you for it. I wonder
Yeah,
I wonder what would happen if you use too much. Do you think they'll just like say you're halfway through a stream and then you use too much? Would it just cut it off?
I don't think so. I think that happened to us once before where we cut in overtime. They allowed us to finish it, but
that was nice of
it's
them.
all good. Margie, good to see you, Margie. How are you?
Outrageous. That's right. The people have been inside my fridge. There's a fly on the window, and now there's not. I got rid of it.
Fly.
Oh. I'm getting back into my natural habitat. I am too thick. I'm getting back into bed. Oh.
What's everybody wearing?
Today I am wearing Loewe Parahombra or Pohom.
And that was in your 5 I love, 5 I hate video, wasn't it?
That's right. It was.
Cool.
I love that shit.
Cool.
I was there. I managed to watch the stream that Galen decided to stream when I was right in the middle of like being asleep last night.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very, very inconsiderate of Galen to do that. To stream when I was in deepest slumber. So I watched it again today. I was watching these pics. I saw you. You were like lurking in the darkness. It was outrageous.
Yo, I had no idea what I was getting into. All I see is a link inside of the group chat, and I was like, "What is this?" I see it's a StreamYard, but for all I know, he's setting me up to go into like it could be anybody's. I didn't know or realize that Gillen was going to stream. So when I clicked on it, it's like I ended up in his stream, and I didn't really know what was going on. It took me a second to figure out. But it was all good. Yeah, I was sitting in the backyard. Like I wasn't even in my regular setup, right? I was eating chicken, for God's sake. I just come home from the grocery store and I see this link and I'm like, okay, let's click it. But no, it was all good. I mean, I had fun. It's always nice to talk to Galen. I love live streaming, right? So a lot of fun for me. Live streaming is where it's at.
I might live stream tonight by myself. I don't have StreamYard though, so I can't have people on. I feel bad. I'm gonna have to investigate.
Get the fucking StreamYard. Have people on.
That's right. I would have some.
Here. He's here. I can't read the comments because the sun is kind of like reflecting right into the phone, so it's hard for me to see.
Are you in the sea?
No, I'm on the deck here. I'm on deck, right? I just got here a little while ago, so I'm gonna get in the water pretty soon. Probably right after my battery dies out.
Oh shit! Have you still not charged your phone from last night?
No, it's good. I got about 80. I think I can't see. It looks like 80 or 60.
Oh, that's okay. I've got 69. In tribute to Joey Cannoli, I've got 60. I've got 69. Sorry.
Good number.
That's right.
Right. Maybe you should collaborate. You should collaborate with Joey Cannoli. Yes,
I should. That's right. I should do a collab. I miss that. That's the thing as well. I miss all of Joey Cannoli streams now as well, because he literally starts streaming like as I like go to sleep, and like he stops streaming as I'm waking up. you know.
Yeah.
So I always miss out. I used to like stay up in the middle of the night. I used to be one of those people who would like stay awake all night, but I can't do it anymore. I'm just getting old.
Right.
I'm just getting old.
And then Galen's like on a completely different times. He's 3 hours behind me, so he would
And
be
I'm
like
5 hours ahead of you. Yeah,
9 hours behind you.
eight.
8 hours.
8 hours behind me. You're 5 hours behind me. He's 3 hours behind you. That's it.
Outrageous.
Outrageous indeed. Outrageous indeed. I'm enjoying your scenery though. Is the water clear or is it green? Because it looks
No.
green.
What, the water?
Yeah.
The water's quite clear. It's really good. The water's
Can you
really
drink?
good.
It is
I
actually
would-
quite clear, that water.
No, I wouldn't drink it, but I swim in it, no problem.
You wouldn't drink it after what you've done in it.
Nah. I think it's totally reasonable to like do that in a lake like this size.
Yes, in nature.
Not in the swimming pool though. That would be outrageously mental and disgusting. But even in the pool, I guess the chlorine would kill all that, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, it's a hostile environment for horribleness. You know. It's outrageous.
I am in, and I had this in my video yesterday, Guerlain's Santal Paurosa. I'm just in it for the day. I only brought one bottle of perfume with me, and that's Bois de Zille. Not even any samples, just my bottle. And I know you don't like that, but I'm in Santal Paurosa, and I really like this. Even though I don't think it's like a great fragrance, it's something that I enjoy for what it is.
Yes, like it's an easy wear. It's like there are perfumes like that where you know you can just pick it up and you know what you're gonna get and you know what you're gonna enjoy.
Yeah, lots of woody notes, smoke, spices, balsams, incenses, dry. I like it. Although I wish it was a little bit more complex. There's something like there's times where I think it was something different, you know, but I can still enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. No, I understand that. It's Bri is saying Santal Palrosa in the summer. How does that work?
It's doing fine. It's very rubbery. I feel like if I could pick up this fragrance and throw it against the ground, it would bounce right back to me. You know, it has this rubbery quality. I'm thinking it's like some type of fir balsam, some sort of incensey note.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's got myrrh and smoke and slightly leathery. The sandalwood is the very dry Australian type that Santal 33 made popular, but here it's less aggressive. Like, and when I smell this, I think this is like almost like a better version of Santal 33. Like Santal 33 needs to go through several filters just to take out some of those edges and clean it up a little bit, you know, polish it. It needs polishing.
That's right. Did you take Bois de Zille with you as well, or did you only take Santal Palrosa?
No, I didn't. I put on Santal Paurosa from home this morning, right? I only brought Bois de Zille with me.
Outrageous.
Outrageous.
Do you wish you had some Le Deliric squeeze?
You know, I've probably worn that for 2.5 months straight every day, and I had to like really pry myself away. I've enjoyed every single moment, but I was like, this is too much. This is outrageous. Like, I need to pry myself from it. So I took a cold turkey and I started wearing other things. Like, I still want to enjoy my collection and all my perfumes, right? But yeah, I had to say, like, no, like, start wearing other things. This is getting strange. You know, I've never worn a perfume for so long consecutively.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I couldn't do that. I've got like a rule with my like scents that I never wear 2 scents in a row.
Yeah.
I never wear a scent 2 days in a row. And then it's very unusual for me to wear the same scent twice in a week.
Yeah.
Geranium Pour Monsieur has come very close to breaking that though.
Wow.
I'm absolutely loving it at the minute. It's incredible.
Interesting. How do you feel
I'm
about the
really
complexity of that?
sorry.
How do you feel about its complexity?
I love it. I love how you get the sort of you get a bit of sweetness. You get a little bit of almost stickiness from the sweetness, but then the geranium is very, I don't want to say watery, but it's got this kind of like fluid aspect to it, like dewy, you know. You're making strange noises.
Yeah, I can hear that
Oh,
too.
can you hear that?
Hang on a sec. I'm not sure how to correct this.
Oh, are you there? Oh, hello. This is my stream now. It sounds like it must have been on Eugene's end by the sound of it. Lonely Duck, that's right. Oh, he's back. Hi.
Is that better?
A little bit.
There's nothing I can do but go and buy a new phone.
It's all right now. Actually, it's stopped, so I can like save you some money on your phone.
There you go. Well, it's probably time. I've had this thing for, I mean, we're going on to 3 years, 2 or 3.
That's incredible.
2 years
It's incredible service that from a phone these days.
It's the longest I've had onto a phone for sure. And I keep thinking about it. I just can't be bothered, you know, until it dies out, then I'll go. But
It's how long are you staying at the cottage for?
be here till Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, 4 days, like 3 nights, 4 days. My sister's coming up tonight with her family and her kids.
Oh,
so we'll have some fun.
Is there enough room at the cottage for them?
Yeah, there's lots of room. We've got some blow up mattresses for the kids, and got beds, sleeping bags. There's lots of room, lots of space.
Spaced Out is asking, I'm currently searching for Ombre Nomad sample. How do you all feel about it?
Well, it's a big rose oud. I think it's a good rose oud. It feels like, you know what it feels like is a better version of Armani's Rose d'Arabie.
Okay.
It's rose oud, smoke, vanilla, slightly animalic. I think it's castoreum in there, from what I remember.
I don't know that I've got. I think you may have sent me a sample of that. I've definitely got Nouveau Monde because it lives by my bedside. But I've only got one rose oud, and it's oud palau. I don't think for the money it can be beaten. It's synthetic as all fuck, like, but
yeah, both of those are Ombre Nomad and Nouveau Monde. I find both of them very synthetic as well.
Yeah, there's nowhere near anything like real oud or real rose even from to be honest but I think the diptyque one's just done the best.
Yeah, it's dirtier.
Yeah, it's the rose oud one. It's what Oud Isfahan used to be when it was first released. Do you remember Oud Isfahan used to be like Oud Isfahan when it was first released was fucking nuclear. It was a fucking terrifying experience sometimes, and then at some point, like 2 to 3 years later, it just dropped off. Like it just turned
like a reformulation.
I don't know if it was I've mentioned this before, right? That that the climate in Isfahan has changed to the point where the quality of the roses and the roses in general are really struggling to get good harvests.
Yeah.
And apparently they used the rose from Isfahan, and it's really fucking like Dior really struggled with it. So I think that's part of it, but I don't know. I mean, I imagine if it maybe it's had to be reformulated, but not out of choice. You know?
Yeah, yeah. It's a massive perfume, massive.
Oh, incredibly
Who doesn't
big.
want-
Like it's nuclear. It's crazy shit. Very crazy shit.
What's
Oh,
up on average, Joe? Good to see you, man.
hello, Joe. How are you?
What's everybody doing? 40 people in the house midday. Everybody's off work, it looks like, enjoying themselves. Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you. Good for everybody. Well, I guess
That's
it's after hours in UK and EU, so that's
yes,
cool.
everybody's just getting home from work to a live stream.
Oh, JJ Colburn's in the house. What's up, JJ?
Yes,
Good to see you
JJ
guys.
did the tag earlier. I think you tagged him, didn't you?
I did, and I saw he had Un Fleur de Cassis in there, which I really liked.
That's about where I got up to, because I've been out and about.
And
And
Fleur de Cassis and Eau de Hermes stood out.
Fleur de
And
Cassis
then
and Eau de Hermes.
from his
I
list.
saw.
And then there was, like, from his hates, I'm not sure I was familiar with any of them. I think he had a Profumum Roma in there.
Yeah, I haven't actually got that far into the video yet. I have a bit of a backlog today. There's a few videos I haven't seen today.
Yeah.
I watched Galen in your stream early this morning. It was good. I enjoyed it greatly.
Yeah. I like, Galen's a good host. I enjoy streaming with Grant. I enjoy talking to Galen in general. I wish he would stream more, to be honest.
Yes, I wish Galen would just make more videos in general. Really,
I wish everybody would stream more.
I
Do you think people
heard you say that. Sorry, I heard you say that. Go on.
Do you think people are afraid to put themselves out in the public eye?
I think we're going through some strange times at the minute, and I think that people are still recovering from the pandemic when everybody was like locked in, and I think people's behaviors are changed. We're going through a massive change at the minute in like general life. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's people are just behaving very unusually, and I think it shows in like the fragrance community. Also, I think the community's developing. It's becoming a lot more sort of like disparate, and cliques are forming. Like there's different parts of the fragrance community, and everybody's thinking like different things when they're in the community, and people want to get things out and put different things out and different things in. You know what I mean? So it's strange. It's strange that it's happening, like what is happening and how it's happening. You know?
Sure. I think as more people get comfortable with it, you'll start to see more people streaming and doing videos. It won't be as... It takes a little bit of comfort to make that awkwardness go away. Like, when you started doing videos or streaming, did you find yourself uncomfortable at all?
Not really. I hate to say, I took to it like a duck to water. I'd been watching and participating, so I sort of like broke myself in. I thought that my biggest worry when I started streaming, like coming on with you and stuff like that, was that I'm going to run out of things to say.
That's never happened, has it?
Exactly. I was just about to say, as we both know, that never really happened. So it's a funny one. It's a funny one. It's the thing is, if you're on with someone else, you can just like relax and let them do some of the work sometimes, and then you have to pick up some of the work, and then it's just like having a conversation, but it's like having a conversation with a few different people, you know?
in front of the world.
Yeah,
So there are times you need to be careful of what you're saying. I mean, that
yes,
should always be the case, whether you're in the public eye or even in the private chat. You should be careful of what you're saying.
yeah. You should also feel free to express yourself as well, you know?
Right. But there's ways of doing that. There's ways of expressing yourself and letting people know how you feel.
Yeah, without going like crazy.
Right. Without making other people responsible for your feelings.
Yes, that's right.
I agree.
To
I agree.
take responsibility for yourself and what you say and what you don't say, you know?
Right. Yeah. Right. How's everybody in the chat doing?
The chat seems to be all right. Galen's trying to stay trouble, of
I
course.
see Peter Corcoran here. Good to see you, man. Mika, A2Z, Mr. North says, Eugene, I wanted to ask about Chance de Rome. I don't own that, but I know it's a big white floral. I bet you JJ knows something about that. And he absolutely loves
Project wants to know about cherry pie.
it. Do you know? Okay, I had a cherry pie. I went to the store and I picked up a cherry pie before I did the tag video. And I was like, maybe, just like I'm saying now, there's ways of expressing yourself. And what, now I feel a little bit more grown up and kind of want to leave that behind me, like,
No, I know what you mean. You've done it now.
yeah, it's
It's
been
like,
done. And you can't go and do the same thing now anyway. It would just be like me copying myself, right?
yeah, it's like
And the
people who
people that
say that it's go on.
and the people that have seen it like absolutely loved it, And I
Yeah,
think just by going to do the exact same thing wouldn't have the same effect. That was a specific time and place at that moment, and it was funny and spontaneous, and it worked. But I don't think it would have the same effect today.
yeah. It's like when people say they wish they could go back in time and be young again and stuff like that, and it's like, well, I've done that, to be honest. I don't really have any regrets.
Mm.
It's it's been done. I don't need to go back and like relive shit that I've
Yeah,
done before. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's just crazy.
But it wasn't a cherry pie. It was an apple crumble that I picked up, and I brought it here.
Oh,
I got it here for the cottage.
do you wanna eat it for us? Or
Maybe later, maybe tomorrow. It's in the fridge right now.
oh,
Fridge.
I got my friend a chocolate bar earlier, and I had to put it in their freezer because the chocolate bar nearly melted in the car.
Damn. I just had a chocolate bar.
Nice.
What a wrapper.
What kind of chocolate bar was it?
Here it is. I've got the wrapper right here.
He's eating the wrapper.
No, I had it already. It was a
Cadbury's dairy milk.
this phone is reversed, so everything I do is mirrored. Dairy
Dairy
milk,
milk.
and it was the mini egg flavor.
I love mini eggs.
Yeah, you can't go wrong
No,
with mini eggs.
yes, that's right. I eat them even when it's not Easter. It's outrageous.
Can't go wrong with mini eggs.
It is.
Mini eggs, eggs. I don't like I like the white part of the eggs. I'm not crazy about the yellow part, like the yolk.
The shell. Ah, yes.
They're heavy. They're very heavy.
Thick, rich.
Thick, yeah.
I am thick. I weighed myself at the I weighed myself at the hospital. I went for a blood test today, and when I was there, I was like, "Oh, can I weigh myself?" And I weighed myself, and I was like, "Oh God, no!" You know what I mean? I'm quite heavy.
What's up, Hills? Hills here.
It was
Yeah, that's
just a
how I
nasty.
feel. Every time I leave this place, I feel like I need to put myself like on a cleanse, a diet, or a fast or something. Because you just like shoving your face with food, with burgers, with chips, with alcohol, with whatever, whatever to enjoy the moment. And it's like, oh, whenever I leave, I can feel like my waist has expanded.
Yeah.
So I get home and I feel like I want to run or fast or do all kinds of crazy shit to detox.
Yes. It's outrageous.
But it'll be even worse now that my sister and her husband are coming up, because they'll probably bring up a ton of like junk too. And he
Yeah.
drinks a lot. Like he likes to drink, so he'll bring up some cognac and brandy and beer, and then we kind of get out of hand. And I don't regularly drink, but when people are having a good time and they're like, here, have a drink with us, and you're like, how can you refuse? I mean, I don't have a reason to refuse, right, other than by choice, but it's all good.
Yeah. I've got a sweet tooth. I've got myself. I like dark chocolate. Would you
Taffy.
believe?
Dark chocolate's really dry and it's bitter. Kind of reminds me of my coffee today. I got a Tim Hortons on the way up and I had one sip and it was absolutely garbage, like so bitter and dry. I dumped the whole thing. I couldn't take it. Tim Hortons is not good coffee.
Bad?
Do you have Tim Hortons there in the UK?
Yes, just recently though. Richie G's got one near him. He really likes it.
Really?
Yeah, but I think that's just because it's new, not because it's good. That's
right.
like a drive-through. I was like, "Oh, I've heard Eugene talking about them," and he was like, "Yeah, it's Canadian." I was like, "Outrageous."
So Tim Horton used to be a hockey player on the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he started his own coffee shop, Coffee and Donuts. And I guess he had franchised and sold the brand. He's been gone for many years, but
what is he dead?
Here. Yeah, I mean, he was a hockey player from the 1960s.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so he's been gone for many years, but they just keep expanding this franchise, getting bigger, and it started here in Canada and it went out into the U.S. and now it looks like it's going global.
Mental,
right? But the coffee's getting worse and worse by the day. Like now it's like McDonald's coffee has become better than Tim Hortons.
McDonald's do a decent coffee, to be fair to them.
I don't mind it. But Tim Hortons coffee has turned into vinegar for me, where I can't drink it. It's unbearable.
Rough.
It's really bitter. And I don't necessarily mind bitter, but not this.
Yeah.
It's like bitter with detergent inside of it. You know how detergent is bitter?
Yes.
It's harsh, right?
Grim.
It wasn't made bitter with a purpose.
It was just bitter.
It was just bitter.
Shitter. Oh. Can you hear my air conditioner going in the background?
I don't hear anything.
Excellent. That's good.
How's the chat doing?
What is the chat saying?
I see Brian's here. What's up, Brian? Good to see you.
It's so hot.
What's up, Jimmy? Oh, Peter Kokorin used to live in Canada, in Toronto, I think it was. Says he used to love Tim Horton donuts.
Outrageous. Anuja's here.
It's hard for me to
Welcome.
see all the comments, to be honest.
I can read them. A misspelled tomato would like to know how we know that how bitter detergent is. It's
You ever
in Tim
feel
Hortons coffee,
detergent?
that's why.
You ever smell it?
Yes.
And you ever smell how thick the molecules are? They're not
Yeah,
smooth.
yeah.
They're very rough.
Yeah, abrasive.
They're very abrasive going down like through that channel. It almost feels like they don't fit. Like you gotta give it a good breath to get them in there, right? There's no smoothness.
That's right. It's
Margie, I'm about 2 hours from home, about 200 kilometers. It took us about 2 hours to get here. On a good day when there's no traffic, we can do it like in an hour 30. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And for me, that's not far at all. An hour, hour 30, 2 hours. I like driving. I enjoy myself.
yeah. Especially in Canada where you've got like long straight roads and then you've also like everything's so far away. Canada's so big. You know what I mean?
Dude, we've had three lane highways for years, and now it looks like they're expanding everything to 5. Like our highways are always under construction, getting bigger and better and improved. And everywhere I drive, they're just renovating and making everything wider, which is, once all the construction's over, it'll be great.
Yeah. Then they're expanding the main road where I live, but obviously we live on a tiny little island, especially compared to Canada. So most of the roads are completely different over here. We didn't have motorways until like the 60s. There is even the 70s in some places.
What's that?
We didn't have motorways for years.
Where would you guys drive? Just on side roads?
Yeah, basically.
Oh
most of the roads in Britain are over like ancient highways, like from like hundreds of years ago, where people used to ride their horses and like pathways and stuff like that. And then basically all they did is they tarmacked over them and made them into roads.
Mm.
And then in the 60s, they did a massive road building program where they created like motorways. And the motorways are so over that we've got to the 80s when like there was a massive economic boom and loads of people started filling up the roads and the roads weren't big enough. You know what I mean? I don't think we've ever quite caught up from that.
Yeah. How long do you think before we start flying in the sky?
I don't know if they'll let us. I don't know if we'll ever be able to just like go outside and get in your own like private like hovercraft or like in like a gyrocopter. I'd love a gyrocopter apart from the fact that they're very, very dangerous.
It'd be a little bit harder to control, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like
you'd have people crashing all the time because fucking people are stupid.
They are. People need to be protected from themselves, and that's why we have so much control. That's why we have people watching over us. You know, it sucks to be in a place like you're being told what to do, but sometimes it's for the best for a large population. I think the bigger the populations go, the more we're going to be controlled.
Yeah.
Or we're going to have more rules placed upon us.
Yeah. There's the like the opportunity to do that now as well. You know, it's much easier to watch people and to like keep your eye on people and stuff. You know, like with phones and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh. So your perfumes are arriving next week.
They are. They should be here next week. Okay, you want to ask something?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Are you going to release as soon as they arrive, or are you going to wait? Like,
Wait
how
for
are you
what?
going? How are you going to? How are you going to release them?
I
Like,
think I think as soon as they arrive, we'll launch them. But some, I've been kind of like heckled already to do like a pre-launch. A lot of people just want to reserve a bottle, and I'm thinking, I could do a little small pre-launch, but I mean, the time from now till when they arrive is not very long. Like, it's not much longer. They're scheduled to arrive here Tuesday, so just a few days. And I
yeah.
think right after that, we're going to launch them.
Is the website ready for it? Is like you got the
No,
capacity and everything?
no. I should be, instead of enjoying myself out here, I should be like dedicating my time to creating a website. But that's going to be like priority number one as soon as I get back.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, like, I've made a post on Instagram today asking anyone that, because this is all very new and starting off as a new brand faces many challenges. And if anybody has smelt La Doulette skis and wanted to leave a review on Fragrantica or Parfumo, I would greatly appreciate it, because, it means a lot just to share your thoughts and opinions, like it or not. It doesn't really make a difference. I mean, it does, but as long as it's an honest opinion, it would be very helpful. I would appreciate it greatly.
Yeah.
So it's already listed on Fragrantica. It's listed on Parfumo. Trying to get it listed on Base Notes, but I'm getting I've reached out 3 times and I'm getting 0 response. They haven't gotten back to me at all.
Can you not register it on Base Notes yourself?
I've tried twice, and I've sent them an email, and there's nothing.
So you can't like set up the page on Base Notes yourself and stuff like that. You have to get in touch with the people who run the website.
Right. Yeah, I filled out all the information that they've asked for, and it's been a while since I've done so. Right, when I dealt with Fragrantica, it was almost immediately. I spoke with John Biebel. I sent him an email, and literally like within less than 20 minutes, he had responded, and he's like, "Cool, let's do this." He gave me everything. He requested everything he needed, pictures and ingredients and any kind of brand brief, and everything was done like instantaneously, So everything was smooth and flawless. But I'm having Parfumo, it's like they went and they did it on their own. They never got in contact with me. They never asked any questions. It's like one day I wake up and it's listed on Parfumo. I'm like, how the hell did this happen? Right?
That's what I'm thinking about Base Notes. Like somebody could have just set up that page by themselves, taken it upon themselves to just set up that page. I don't know. Maybe you can do that.
I have no idea.
Who knows?
But I'll keep trying. I'd like to see it on Base Notes, because I keep track of my wearings on Base Notes. So I'd really like to see it up there.
I've got an account on Base Notes, but I never use it, stupidly. I should use it, because that would be great. But I don't use it. It's much easier to keep track of things on Base Notes as well, isn't it? Like Fragrantica is not as easy.
I didn't take it. Sorry, cheap imitation. I didn't take it as personal, because I don't think they really know who I am. So there's nothing personal to be taken. I just think it's like Peter Corcoran says, is like they haven't gotten around to doing it yet. So I think eventually it'll be there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if they want to compete with the best perfume databases, it's in their best interest to have everything as much as possible, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just hydrating. Oh, dear me. I am back in my pit. lying down. Ramsey is here.
Is he in the chat?
Ramsey is here in the chat.
What's happening, Ramsey? I don't see him.
Ramsey propositioned me with a stream yesterday as well. So I'll be doing a stream with Ramsey at some point again. I'm going to make it like a regular vintage thing.
Nice.
Indeed. There is a market and a want. There is a demand. That's the word I'm looking for. There is a demand for vintage content.
Yeah, there's a demand for perfume in general. Right?
Yes.
Everybody has their own style and taste.
Yeah.
I guess vintage would account for a large portion of that.
I think there's a lot of people. I think, like I say, I think the perfume industry, sort of like the YouTube perfume industry, is sort of like it's splitting into like a million pieces. Like it fractured a while ago, where everybody started drifting away from each other, and it's like everybody's now starting to build their own little piece and their own little corner. Everybody's starting to like find their own little niche and stuff like that. You've obviously got bigger, more successful channels which do like more stuff like lists, and they do more stuff like general fragrance stuff like suggestions, and then you've got other people who are very like in their little corner. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I've got my own little corner, and I like it. Yeah, you know, it's my environment.
There you go, and that's something that you've created, and it's just a natural progression. These things start out very small, and as they grow, they take shape and manifest into their own way. You've created your corner. I've created my corner. Sometimes they come together. Ramsey's created his, and there's many others in here that have created spaces for themselves.
That's right.
And I think it's great. It's very diverse, right? Things don't need to be the same. I know a lot of people complain. This drives me nuts, actually, about OG and, you know, it's the end of fragrance reviewing and OG was the best. Yeah, that was a great time and place, but it can't stay like that forever. Why would you want it to stay like that forever, right?
Yeah.
We change, we grow, and we evolve, and new things happen, right? We create new things. That's how life works. Right?
That's right.
That's how life works.
It's Brian says all the OGs could still be doing the exact same thing if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Who's stopping them? Nobody but themselves.
Brian says they quit because they are not the big dogs anymore. Whose problem is that, really?
It's their problem, isn't it?
Yeah. I would like certain like reviewers to come back and do their thing, and I would like
or they could have just lost interest, right? Maybe it's not about recognition. Maybe it's just about finding other things in life, finding other hobbies. And you take the landscape of what it is today, and it'll look very different 10 years from now. If you read this chat that you see all these people in now, I'd be curious to see how many are still here in 5 years. Not even like let's say a year from now. How many of these people will still be here?
Yeah.
Right? Who all's still going to be here a year from now?
It's strange because you've got a pretty loyal audience, you know, so you'll definitely get some, like I see people in the chat right now who have been here for like years, but then you get the footfall, you get the transient sort of population who come in, find something, find you mildly entertaining for a little while, they subscribe to you. They never really unsubscribe, but they don't really watch anymore. You know? And I think there's a lot of transitory sort of thing. It's it's oh, it's a. I would like people to have more staying, more
More
staying
what?
power. More staying power. You know, I wish people would just stick around a little bit longer. You know,
Right.
but people don't tend to do that. People like move on. It's very rare that you actually catch somebody and like you keep them. Like, like this hobby is quite strange. You do get a lot of people moving through. You know, I think a lot of people are looking for something and they get excited by fragrances because almost everybody likes a fragrance. You know, it's one of those things, and then they think, oh, I could get quite interested. I didn't realize there was a fragrance community, and you get into it, and then you can fall out of it just as quickly. Um, but I always like to see familiar faces,
Yeah.
people who have been around for years. It's like, you know, you can rely on certain people.
This guy here in the chat, Peter Corcoran, he's one of the first guys I've ever met in this space. And I remember he was one of the very first people to comment on my videos. And my first video wasn't even on YouTube. It was on Facebook. And he
Yeah,
was, yeah, I remember the name. I remember he commented something. And we're going back like 7 or 8 years, right? And it's good to see that there's still people here from that time.
yeah, yes, that's right.
What's up, Savage? James,
Savage.
that's Anthony. Lily, what's up, Lily?
I am going to bail.
All right, good time.
Thank you very much for
What are your
having me
plans
on.
for the rest of the day?
What am I going to do the rest of the day? Well, I'm taking poison tonight. But until then, I'm probably going to sample some of these things that someone has sent me. There is vintage Jubilation 25. There is vintage Dior Homme Intense. Did you know there was a Dior Homme Intense released in 2008? And it was a limited edition. And then they re-released it in 2011
Yeah,
with, and it had like the black collar, the one that we all know. But there's
right.
a vintage one. There's a vintage one that was done by Olivia Polge in 2008.
Okay.
So I am going to be sampling that. I'm going to be sampling a few other things, but I'm just relaxing really because I'm I've got the horrible stuff to take tonight. So that'll be fun. I might
All
pester
right.
Richie G. I might give him a call, see what Richie G's game is. I might ring you. You never know.
You
I don't
can.
know.
Any
Expect.
chance we'll see a live stream from the Duck tonight or this
It's
evening?
possible. It
All
is
right.
possible. I might do one at about 9 o'clock, so like 4 o'clock your time.
Cool. Well, there's a couple of people here. Maybe we'll see Margie Noir live stream pretty soon from her own channel. I'd really enjoy that. JJ
Yes.
Colburn, he's got his channel. Could possibly
Yes.
see a stream from him soon. Who else? I'm just kind of going through this list here.
It'd be nice to see Peter Kokorin do some videos, but I don't think that's his thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's like what you would call, I remember you saying about Perfume, like a consumer, right?
Yeah.
He's like a consumer of the content.
Yes. Yes, that's right. I still consume a lot of fragrance content, I won't lie. I do still watch almost all of my YouTube, almost all of my media intake is fragrance and fragrance videos. What I usually do is I don't, obviously my circumstances are a little bit different than most people's. I don't have a lot of stuff going on because of like the state I'm in, but I can watch a lot of fragrance, do like research and stuff like that, and it's I don't really watch like TV. I watch sport on TV now, but I don't really like watch TV and much like that. I basically just watch YouTube and just do like research and then talk to people on the phone and stuff like that, you know, about
Yeah.
fragrances usually.
You'll be here 10 years from now. I have no doubt about it.
Yes, that sounds about right. That definitely sounds about right.
Good stuff.
Okay.
All right.
I am going to go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same, and hopefully we'll catch you later. I think I'm gonna get changed and probably take a nice dip into the pool over here.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming on. We'll talk
See you
to
later.
soon. Thanks, Rich.
Cheers.
Good night. I mean, goodbye.